What's up, everyone? Hope you're having a great start to your weekend so far. This has been a really good week. Obviously, we're dealing with a little bit of cool offs today. And frankly, this isn't really surprising. If you guys look below, this is actually a post I made in my Discord yesterday morning. I talked about potential, 10-ish% pullbacks across the board when it comes to alts. And frankly, right now, when we look at the charts, that's what we're experiencing in terms of ADA, in terms of really almost everything in the market. It's not surprising to see this because when you start making moves like ADA did, this 26% move across a very short period of time, you're going to have periods where things cool down and slow down just a little bit. Now, what I did say also is that this may be the setup for much bigger potential moves coming. And I believe that wholeheartedly. Right now, ADA coming down, testing its 50-day moving average, showing some pretty good support here. And it's all about what we get into the early part of the week. Now, I did stumble across this article and it's talking about potential sell the news events when it comes to ADA. And specifically, it's identifying that Chang hard fork. We always talked about this potential being here, but really what this is doing right now is, again, we're just following kind of the market sentiment. All right. There is some sell-offs going on. What this identified was an imbalance in the order books. There's about only 172 million coins that are on the bid side and a little over 200 million coins that are on the sell side. So right now, the sell coins that are filling up the order book are outweighing the bid side. So there is more selling pressure than there is buying pressure, which is why we've gone from this was 38.90 or so down to about 38 and a quarter. So it's a question of whether we have that fill in of buying pressure back below here. And again, we got to wait until next week to see what's going on there. Now, what we have also seen is a flip in the MVRV ratio. We've talked about this before, ADA being down in this oversold and undervalued range for so long. And finally, we have climbed into a little bit more bullish scenario. It looks like we still might be below this drawdown point. So this isn't necessarily a big pullback point or anything like that. But we approach this, we might cool down slightly, which is fine, before beginning and picking back up again. Now, what is interesting is that X-Force Global opinioned that ADA could be close to its bottom. What he identified was that this was a very similar structure to when Sol was creating a bottom as well for the 1-2 sequence. He's talking about the Elliott wave, and wave 3 targets would be around $3 for ADA. So this next big move for ADA, this next big leg we've talked about, identifies actually a very similar point around that $3 range. Not surprising at all, because these third leg tends to be the biggest and the longest in terms of these pumps. Now, what this talks about is a potential rise to 42 cents is still possible. ADA is not really seeing any massively bearish signs. And really what we're still trying to get back and overtake is this death cross that we experienced back here in May. If you guys take a look back, that experience back here on May 11th, it's basically been bearish momentum, pushing us to the downside, kind of dealing with a lot of consolidation before now we're starting to flip back around. And you can see that 50-day moving average starting to climb. You see that 200-day coming down. And frankly, we're trying to approach what we did back here in November of last year. And we know what followed. We know that ADA had very significant movements to the upside, bullish momentum carrying into basically all the way into March. And right now, it's just a question of whether the market gives us enough to facilitate that. We'll have to wait until Monday. And the reason why I keep saying we'll have to wait is we'll have to see what institutional money decides to do. They had a significant day of buying to close out the week, and it really gave us a lot of momentum. And we'll really find out whether this positive sentiment we're experiencing in the market right now is either a flash in the pan or something that has staying power. I'm betting on the side of staying power. Now, as always, this is not a guarantee. This is not financial advice. And what I have to say is that, some of this negative sentiment that we've dealt with because of, we might not get interest rate cuts or the economic data may still be coming back bad, things like that. It's kind of waned because we've gotten these good confirmations. Data is looking better than it was in that one singular report that we had that huge overreaction to. And now may be the point where the market just continues to climb until we get closer to that FOMC meeting in September. So I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.